There you go, guys. Wow. Here we are. Front end all back together. I've just got to go around with a wee bit of paint and just touch up a few spots. And I've got to put some split pins in some of the nuts. Some of the old ones are pretty doggy, so I've just got to pick some up. And the nut on the other side for the front arm, I've got to replace that because it was missing. This car, when I got it, it was sort of semi-disassembled. The motor had been taken out of it and everything, and the front stub axles were gone, so hence I've got later model discs on it, which I've told you before. So that's all together. I've just set the front guards back on here with a couple of bolts in the meantime. Drowned that bit with a lot of spray on rust kill to try and get down there as far as I can, because obviously I don't want to pull that apart, but got that in there, and hopefully we'll get back to this shortly. But this is sort of one mission basically complete, apart from a few small odds and ends and some new shocks. But here's the next task. I've had this Trans mission 727 for quite a few years, and it's just sat in the corner waiting to get to this sort of stage. I bought it originally from a Charger that I'd started rebuilding back in the 90s. I'm trying to think, roughly I would have picked this up about 2000, I think, year 2000, or might have been slightly before that. I'm not 100% sure, but it was about that sort of time, 99, 2000. And I had no idea how long it had been sitting before that. So I've just stripped it, and I tell you what, if you want to have a go at it yourself, believe me, it wasn't that difficult. It looks a bit scary, but on YouTube here, let's give it a shot if you can read that and get the glare out. It's the guy, he's an Australian Chrysler Trans specialist. His YouTube thing is Auto Transmissions, if you can read that there. Just not sure if you can or not, but man, did he make it easy. He's got a 19-step set of videos, and he goes from one end to the other. The only thing that's actually missing is, obviously at some stage when he was loading up, or at some stage, there's the only thing that's missing is re-putting the tail shaft housing back on. But that's basically just the reverse of pulling it apart. Like, it's really only just a circuit in here and a couple of screws, and put your speedo drive in and a few bolts, and it's basically simple. But he goes through it step by step, how to remove everything in what order, and like I've been inside a couple of gearboxes and stuff before, just doing basic things. But man, like, I'd never been inside an automatic transmission before, and it was simple, really. Like, the way he went through it, just step by step, what piece to take off, how to do it, what tools you need to do it, was just simple. So I've fully stripped this now, and I'm really glad I did, because if you have a look in here, this is like your main clutch pack, and that is absolutely screwed. It's got grooves in it, and all the clutches are just cooked. Like, they are really cooked. Like, so if I'd even tried to put that in the car and try to drive it, I don't think it would have went anywhere. The other clutch pack, which is the smaller one or two, which I assume does reverse. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go back through the videos. Like, it's in a lot better condition. But again, like and he's got a really good website, and his parts are cheap. He's got several different kits, and I think the top kit for about 600 horsepower, just to redo your clutches and all the basic bits and pieces, is about $340 Australian, which is dirt cheap. Like, I think it was about that sort of price from the States, through Summit Racing for some of their kits, and then you got your full-on exchange rate in amongst it, and plus freight. Whereas I can probably get a slightly lesser pack, which I'll probably go for. And I think it's only about $230 or $240. So by the time I convert that over, it's only a couple hundred, about $250, and probably, I don't know, a few dollars freight to get it here. And obviously I'm going to need a couple extra bits and pieces, but if it cost me $300-400 to rebuild this transmission instead of a couple of grand, geez, I've saved myself a bucket load of money. And the rest of it's pretty good. Like, there's a few pieces that needs a bit of a clean up. Just make sure the surfaces are nice and clean. But geez, I think if everything goes right, we'll have basically a brand new transmission for about $400. So I can't go wrong there. Alrighty, I'll leave you to it, and when I do some more on this bit, I'll put another video up. Cheers.